And last is fundraising, and whether it's us hosting yearly events, whether it's our ball, but then also working with funders, fundraising is also important. So those are four pillars. One, mission, vision, and purpose of BGV, and whether it's our, vision to get everyone in the world registered to vote, all Black girls in the world, just restructuring that so that we all are aware of that. Two, focusing on our issues and advocacy. Three, membership engagement, and four, fundraising. So that's four things that help us frame the organization and things that we have as a guide. Next, I want to talk about just a few things that are in the pipeline that we'd like to accomplish by the end of the year or going into 2020. One, a BGV report. So a BGV report is near and dear to me because when I did my study for my thesis, really wanted to study the feelings of Black women who are engaged politically, whether you voted, didn't vote, why. And what I'm saying is that in order for Black girls' vote to be someone who's more recognized on a national scale and people using our and referencing us, is we have to have data, right? And the goal is to survey 1,000 Black women, particularly those 18 to 25, because other organizations who are similar to Black Girls Vote are different because they're not focused on young Black women. And Black Girls Vote, I really envision this being the hub for young Black girls who want to vote. Not saying anyone who's older, middle-aged like myself, or more senior can't come here, but wakening that young generation, because we see that those young girls honestly, they're ready. And the work that the women of Morgan are doing as a chapter, American University having their chapter, and next we will have a chapter at North Carolina A&T. That application is pending, but we're very confident that that'll happen. So looking at a survey, so with the 2020 election coming up, who has data on young Black women voters? No one. So that's something we're going to need help with by September. As we go into the Congressional Black Caucus, I want to make sure that our report is ready to be released and shared. So over the next few weeks, I'll be creating a survey. And that survey will talk about Black women voters, young Black women voters, to get the feelings of how they feel with this election. What are the issues that matter to them? So when it comes to the presidential election and people want to talk to people, Black Girls Vote is an organization that you can't dismiss, because these young women are ready and they are not here for, the chitter chatter saying what I'm going to do. They don't want the broken promises. They're serious. And that's what I admire. And they're also fearless. They are unafraid to speak their minds. As I shared, wanting to have this report done by September, because Congressional Black Caucus is an annual event. Last year we had the Dope Black Girls Brunch, and that event was a sellout. I did have a call with Color Vision last week. We agreed to partner again with another Dope Black Girls Brunch. And the brunch last year, we had roughly 125 women there. This year, the goal will be 250. And this is like the dope event of the year. Like, it was really dope. And we aren't in Black women in politics. So this year, that event will be on September the 15th, the Dope Black Girls Brunch in partnership with Color Vision. And also, what I really want to focus on as we prepare for 2020, really getting our collegiate protocol handbook together, that I know Julia has done an amazing job starting, and she had the help of Vlade, just getting the infrastructure, but ready to release that, because we want to have 20 chapters by the year 2020, and these are self-sufficient chapters, collegiate chapters, right about the park. Oh, he did a good job. So that's important. But outside of the collegiates, what's important is that we are maintaining our voter registration drives and that we're out in the community. With that, there will be training. We definitely have to do training. And that's something that the timeline, honestly, working with a consultant, what's feasible. I do graduate in July. However, I'm not immediately coming back to Baltimore, but I'll have the flexibility to come in the middle of the week and do things as well, as I finish up and wrap up things here in New York. But voter registration, for all of you here, we don't want to take away from the opportunity to do voter registration and pop-ups. I'm going to speak to people about the importance of registering. One of the things that I've been talking about the last week or so was registration at graduation. And registration at graduation as well as registration at orientation. So it's kind of self-explanatory. But with the upcoming graduation of our seniors in high school, graduation ceremonies can be really boring. So we had a call, myself, Natasha, and Sam Novi, who's with Be More Votes, about doing an award show an award ceremony for teachers who are really engaged and civically engaged, and giving out a scholarship of $500. So we'll be releasing information soon. So it's Black Girls Vote, League of Women Voters, as well as Be More Votes, offering $500 scholarships to 10 people or awards who are doing work in civic engagement around the schools. There was a survey conducted by Be More Votes about people who are in the community doing work and schoolwork and civic engagement. And to no surprise, a lot of schools reference who? Black Girls Vote. I told them, what? I mean, that's what we do. Right? So Black Girls Vote as well as League of Women Voters were mentioned. So three of us will partner and come together to do this. And I said on the call, why not during graduation ceremonies have voter registration forms in each of everyone's seat? Because students get born at registration, as well as a guide, an instructional guide, and say after graduation, just leave it in your seat. We're not asking you to mail it, to turn it, just leave it in your seat, and then afterwards we'll pick it up. So that gives students the opportunity to register to vote if they aren't. Outside of that, doing registration at orientation, right? And this is orientation for colleges, getting students registered to vote. So those are some of the projects that we're working on. I also wanted to share, and I'm going to wrap this up because I didn't want to make it too long, but I did want to update you all on what's going on. Kelly, for those of you who may know, she's in North Carolina, and a local state representative wanted to do an event with Black Girls Vote in North Carolina. And so Kelly, and that will be in June. It won't require a bunch of work from our end in Maryland, but it's going to be an event where roughly 50 to 100 women are coming together and talking about what's going on politically. Last year, Kelly did an event in North Carolina, which was great. Folks have been asking for Black Girls Vote. So it's just another way to say, hey, with the elections going on, and just bringing Black women together to have a conversation about what's happening, but letting them know that we are really committed to the young generation. And come 2019, this fall, we will have a chapter at North Carolina A&T. So that's exciting. So a couple events that we have going on. One, and where we're going to need help. One, the CBC. If any of you want to focus on the CBC, that is the brunch, and Congressman Cummings agreed to give us a day where we have a panel discussion and him bringing in the people. I really want to do a dope panel. Black Girls Vote conversation on Congressional Black Caucus. We got to get on that ASAP. So if there's a team of people, 3-4 people max, that can help build that out. And don't do it because you guys want to be like, I know the glam and the glitz and glam of Black Girls Vote is great, but it has to be work. Like, we got to go, right? And make sure it's tight, because he talked to us about this in February. It's 3 months later. But again, that capstone, that thesis really was a lot. 2, the Black Girls Vote Ball. The ball will be on Friday, November 22nd. So again, Friday, November 22nd in Baltimore, the Black Girls Vote Ball. 3, registration, right? Voter registration is who we are. I know at times we lost some folks' momentum, and we have to do voter registration and still doing events for those needing someone to attend, and people who like, we're going to do voter registration is expected of everyone, but folks who are spearheading the engagement, the outreach, and the voter registration chair, doing that. And then 4th, working with Julia on the collegiates and getting that book together, because 2020, the goal is to have at least 20 collegiate chapters. Right now, for the next few months, we'll have 3, but going into the fall, having 20 collegiate chapters. Again, these are all things that are going to be working on the front end, but on the back end, it's building the infrastructure. But I did want to give you all an update on what's going on, so you don't think that things are quiet. Sometimes quiet is good. I've been instructed by my spiritual advisor to rest a little. She's amazing. But that's what I'm doing. I'm resting, but I'm also working as well. So I did want to take this time out to thank you all so much for all the hard work that you're doing. I am going to try to edit this and put it together in one video. This is my first time, so if it comes up a little choppy, I do want to apologize for that. But thank you all so much for all your love, support, and Black Girls Vote. And we're really going to change the world one Black girl at a time. So, ciao. Check out the pillow, y'all. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.